What's happening, guys? It's your girl, Mrst. So this is an unplanned video, but I had that urge to go ahead and come on, especially while I'm in this mindset. First of all, before I continue, I am sick, not feeling my best, but I got a cut up here from all this. I've been having a lot going on in the last couple of days. I've been, like I said, I'm sick and I've been very ill. I actually dealt with a bout of having thought I was going to have an asthma attack on last night for the first time in over 13 years, which is heavy for me. My husband was really, really worried, so we thought we were going to have to go to the hospital, but with the people in my group, these awesome women, via their prayers, didn't even know. They prayed me out of a situation that could have very well been a very bad one. As you guys can see, I am in all my glory. No extras, no bells and whistles, just me, just Mrst. So I'm going to tell you in advance, and I'm already a minute in. Go ahead and grab you a snack. Pause me here. Go ahead and pause me and grab you a snack, because as I said, you guys are going to need some popcorn and some snacks for this video, because I don't know how long it's going to be. If you're short on time, this is not the video to watch right now. Okay, because I'm going to go ahead and fill you guys in, because before I post any other video, I need to let you guys in on what's been going on with me. Now, I will try to keep it short, but y'all know I'm long-winded. So like I said, get you some snacks, have your seat. And I'm going to take my time because, like I said, I am not feeling my best, but I'm well enough to go ahead and let all this out. So first and foremost, I will say that the last 10 months have been some of the hardest months. Specifically, actually, even before then, before I left, I was going through a lot. If you've been looking at my videos, you know that I was having some things going on. It wasn't just health-wise now. I had some things going on in my own life that has seeped over, and I continue to try to keep on pushing forward, and I did in my workouts and everything, and I did, but I was hurt. I was in pain, you guys, and I put on a smile, and it was a genuine smile that I went through, because I had made up my mind that no matter what, I was going to keep on fighting, because I had made a decision back in 2011 to not roll over and to not give up. Because I made this decision and said that this was finally for me, that nothing, not a devil in hell, was going to stop me from achieving what I wanted to do, and I kept that. So with that said, the pain that I endured from a particular situation, like I said, I will not relay that in particular. I will let you guys know about the physical stuff in a minute. But this thing that had my emotion so strongly kept me to a point that I would go to school. And you guys, I'm just a few semesters out from graduating with my sociology degree to continue on doing what I love to do. But anyways, I would go to school and I would sit outside in my car. And I remember crying uncontrollably. But I knew when a certain time hit, I had to pull it together and I had to go into that class like nothing was ailing me. Because just like my journey, it's the same to be said for my education, because I know the importance of it. And I've always known that. So I've always said to myself, no matter what, you have to keep pushing forward. You have to. And I cannot credit that to me. I give credit to the Lord for that. And I'm trying my best not to tear up here. But I give credit to no one but God for getting me through that. And recently, I was faced with having to aid the person who caused me this hurt. Aid in the way of forgiveness. Aid in the way of prayerfully saving their life. And I'm grateful to say that I now have a relationship and a rapport in the way that I can love on this person, because sometimes when people hurt us, people hurt people, okay? When people hurt us, it's because they are so wounded and they are so hurt that that's all they know. So in turn, we have the choice as believers to show them love. Now, it's easy to extend the same hurt and pain that they extended, because that's what the flesh would like to do. but I chose to set me aside. I'm not gonna say my name. I chose to set me aside and let this person see God. It was not easy. And I didn't know why this happened to me, but I had to eventually help a person in my family that is an extension of me via my husband with the same things. You know, sometimes we don't go through things, you guys, for self, and it's so undeserved. And it's like, of all people, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? And you have those sleepless nights, and you have the pain, and you have the tears that you have to deal with. And you can't say it to anybody. And you don't think that anybody around you gets it. And you don't even understand it. And then you seek out the wrong people to get advice from, and they just don't get it because they haven't been there. I like to say, like I said, sometimes you are really going through your storm to aid another. But I have overcome that very thing that I went through, and that hurt. It kept my body in a place of just, we ain't going nowhere. I don't care how many workouts you do, Miss Lady. I don't care how much you push me. I don't care how good you eat. You can eat right all you want. I am going to stay right here. You know why? Because you're stressed to death. You are stressed. And had I stayed in that, now while the outside may have looked like you guys have seen, and it does still look like that, the inside, I had so many emotions I can't even explain to you guys. The inside was hurt. It was torn apart. But thank God, as of recently, as of late, I am rebuilding. And even with all that, I know you're like, oh, that's a lot right there. I can't tell you the thing. Like I said, if you knew the thing, then you'd be like, whoa, girl, that's a lot. Whoa, Jesus. It's a lot. But even with all that said, I was still going through some more stuff. And this is more recently. This is the 10 months that I was away from you guys. With that going on, even still, like I said, that just came to resolution. So even with that going on, I had to tackle this thing. After my semester ended, I went to the dreaded dentist that we all, I don't care what y'all say, I know everybody, that's like one of the biggest fears for Americans. We cannot stand dentists. And I know you're like, look at me, Miss T, look at me look me in the camera. I got used to veering off here to make sure my face is in line with the camera, so that's why I do that. But anyway, so basically, for the last 10 months, I have been going to the dentist. Basically, when I was 13, I was diagnosed with periodontitis, and that is a condition where your teeth begin to deteriorate. They can deteriorate to the point of you losing them, and basically, I was inherited from one of my beautiful parents genetically, and in order to save my mouth, I had to have a lot of bone work done. And I had to have a wire in my mouth for 7 months. I had a wire in my mouth for 7 months. And when I first got it in there, because he had to do some work in the back, I had one tooth pulled in the back. pull out of my jaw, you guys. And I ended up, the statistics on this is crazy. I had a complication each and every time I had a procedure. But let me finish my sentences. Y'all know I go around in circles. Not like y'all don't know me. Okay, basically with the wire, I had that in there 7 months. And when I had the wire placed at first, he had this cement thing put in there, and it literally cut the bottom of my tongue. So every time I spoke anything, I got slit. I kid you not, I got slit to the point where it was a opening there, and it burned to even eat food. Okay, that was one thing. And mind you, I had to be sedated for all these procedures because they were so, it was so, taxing on me that had I not been asleep, I probably would have been in tears. I know y'all like, you cry easy anyway, Miss T. No, I would have been in tears because it hurt. You understand me? I don't care how much sedation you give me, because I don't sedate easily. I'm very sensitive. Like, I can feel everything. You talking about somebody who had all 4 of their wisdom teeth pulled out at one time, and they weren't even growing out, and they were broken in half and pulled out my jaw. Yeah, are you screaming? Because I had all of that done when I was just 13 years old. So yeah, of course I'm not gonna have the best attitude about the dentist. So anyway, long story short, with that, that was the first thing. When we got we had the cement taken off, but the wire had to stay there for the 7 months. Second thing was, he pulled that tooth out in the back. I ended up having what's called a dry socket. this only happens to so many patients. The percentage is crazy, and it happens at the bottom of the mouth, not at the top. Miss T would be the one that got it at the top of her mouth. And I'm thinking, y'all, you know, we so easily compare our situations, and, you know, really fast, and, you know, I've been there, miss, you know, I've been there, Yo, hear me out before you comment, okay? So anyway, that doesn't happen all the time. And I had a dry socket, and dry socket is basically where the bone is open. The bone is open, it's exposed, and air can get in there. There was no medicine that could be given to me that would aid me, and I'm allergic to morphine, so the only thing I could do was Vicodin, which tears my stomach up because I'm sensitive. So basically, I was stuck with no medication. I was so bad, and I was hurting so bad, and I was still trying to do what I do, because that's who I am. I'm a go type of person. My husband says, you know, well, my husband's like, you need to learn how to rest. I'm like, look, I can rest when I die. And like my dad's ex-wife used to say, I'm not gonna rust out, I'm gonna wear out. You know what I mean? I have too much to do. That's why I'm like, I'm always gone. And my sister, she was here helping me, and she had to tell me, she's like, sit down. Like, let me do something to help you. Like, you bleeding. Like, for real. So I got over that. And then there's just a few complications that stuck out to me. Like I said, I had a complication on every single thing. The last one was a really big one, which is the one I shared with you guys on Facebook. It was where this was the big one. And I'm like, let's take into it. Dang, girl. Okay, I know. I mean, wait. So basically, I went for my last procedure, and I was about to be done with this. And the doctor had to put screws in my mouth to set some work that he had done. And I ended up being away longer than he wanted me to, but I could only get my appointment at a certain time. Long story short, I was looking at my mouth one day, and I saw a hole right here in my gums. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Why is that? So I called the dentist up, and I said, I need to come in there. And he was like, okay, come on over. And he was like, he looked at me like, oh. I said, what's that face? Don't do that. And he was like, no. He's like, I haven't seen, this is the first time this is the second time I'm seeing this, but it's the first time I'm seeing it in over 35 years. He was like, that hole in your gums is going to require you to have extensive surgery. There is no hope for you. So now, what now is what I said. I said, you telling me that I have went through, and forgive my version of French, I have went through hell and back, and you telling me that I'm going to have more extensive surgery? Have I not went through enough? Have I not endured enough? I think they saw me more than everybody, so much to the point where I became part of the family. You understand me? Every girl in there knew me and felt so connected to me, and they were like, you know, when I came in, it's like, oh, you're back, it's her. You know, they were always happy to see me, and they loved it, and I cooked for them and everything and all that. But look, I wanted to see them under other conditions, not this one. So anyway, with that said, I remember, see, look, I ain't paying attention to the camera. I remember going in the bathroom at the dentist's office. And I remember breaking down, because I said, God, are you serious? I said, Lord, I just went through all of this. And I caught myself. I said, no, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. I said, I don't care what men say, because I've been in a position where I've been told I had 50-50 chance with something when I had a surgery before with my gallbladder. But that was a 50-50 chance. I was given some statistics of hope. And to some that might not be, you know what I mean? But I was given a 0% chance with this. Where they're telling me, let me give you the extent of what they were saying, what he was telling me. He was saying that they would have to go in there and cut my gums and pull them up. That was going to be painful. Excuse me, y'all. It's hubby. So with that said, basically I got in my car And I remember calling my dad up, my husband's dad. And y'all ever going to hear me refer to him as my dad? That man has been my father these past 13 years. Anyway, I remember going in my car and sitting in my car, and I was in tears. I was broken. That was it. I was broke. And I remember calling him, and I just said, Dad, pray. And he began to pray, and he didn't even know what he was praying for, but he began to pray healing. And that told me that God knew, and that he was yet and still holding my hand through this situation. And I remember that, because even though we're believers, doesn't mean that we're not concerned about our issues or circumstance. You can have faith and still be concerned. That's a little thing called humanity. And you know what I mean? Even I break. I got blood running through me just like the next man, and I break. You understand me? So I didn't tell him what it was, so I still was standing in faith. But to hear him say healing, that told me that God knew. And that because I moved on my faith, he had already made provisions to bring me out. Because I said, man can tell me all they want what cannot be done, but I serve a God. I serve a God that is greater. So anyway, the next day, the young lady at the front desk, she calls me and she says, I want you to come in on Monday because he thinks he's come up with something that can help you. He didn't come up with nothing, okay? That was God that came up with it. So we went in there, and basically the short of it is he drilled down the metal part of the screw that he put in my mouth. And after a week, actually for me 2 days, after 2 days, I began to see that hole close up. And I remember looking at my mouth, and it had completely closed, and there is no evidence of that thing ever being there. Can I get a witness to what God can do? Anyway, that was big, you guys, for me. So anyway, went to the dentist, and he checked out. He was like, I don't know how it's going to turn out, and let me see if everything's okay. I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm just here for you to see that it's done. I already see it's done. It ain't open no more. Do you know he opened my mouth and saw that hole wasn't there, and he was just as shocked as he was as the day was long as he said what he said that day when he said it wasn't going to close. The other girls were like twiddling their thumbs, and they were all almost in tears themselves from the happiness of what God did. And a couple of them in there were all believers. And to some this might not be a big deal, but to some, it was a big deal to me, because you understand, I can't tell you guys every little thing that I went through, but I went through a lot. But that's not, it's not for naught. I always believe everything I go through in my life has always been a testament to who I am, and even more than that, God knows that I will share my struggles with other people to bring them out, because I don't want to see anybody go through what I go through. Now, some people might look at that, and some people in my family too are like, well, you just don't know it all. You just know everything. No, it's not about knowing it all. Yes, I have acquired knowledge about a lot of things. I know a little bit about a lot, and in those things, I've learned how to share them. But through my educating myself also, I've learned to, if you don't want to hear it, I'm not going to tell you. So if you want to stay in your stuff, aka your rut, I'll let you. I'm not going to impose on anybody anything. But if somebody's giving me a solution out of a thing that I'm going through, honey, I'm more than willing to take it, especially if it's out of love. That's just me, though. That's just me. So that's what I've been going through in a nutshell. I know it's not the longest. As I know y'all like, it shouldn't be, Misty. I'm gonna sit here and listen to you all day anyway. but that's the gist. And it's I can't even really vocalize just how hard it was these 10 months. So that's why I've been away from y'all. It wasn't for somebody ran me away, because I said it before and I said again, the only person that can take me away from here, first of all, is God himself, and my decision to step away. But this was a thing where I had no choice. I had no control. I had to pull away to take care of myself. There was no choice in the matter. And when I was healing, it's like I would heal, and I would have to go, I would heal, and then I would have to go back for something else, heal and go back to something else. And in between those times of healing where I was okay, you know, I dedicated that time to, you know, my husband and my home. And I actually spent a good chunk of my time. I got in my house and 16 hours a day. Look, I am a cleaner. I mean, like, Mr. You a special type of crazy. No, I got in my house and I cleaned my house for 16 hours a day because I felt like it's always there's always room for change. There's always room to clean up self. And part of that is, for me, I'm getting home together. And I won't be before you guys much longer because, as you can see, that congestion starting to flare up. So let me finish up here. And the last of it, my weight. So as I said, because of what I went through, it stressed me out too. And I was trying to figure out what was going on with me for the longest, you know, because my body wasn't budging for a long time, and it started to stop budging around the time that I was enduring what I was enduring. And I know you're like, I know you just tell me, Miss T, I just can't tell you that stuff. It's like, ain't none of your business, ain't none of your business. I can't tell you that. I got too much respect for myself, and even for the person that did what they did to me. So anyway, my weight, the lowest weight that I've ever seen was 247, and that lasted all of 5 minutes. You understand me? 5 minutes. And since then, I have the highest weight that I seen was 275. She said that. I saw 275. That was during the holidays. I ate whatever the heck I wanted. Sure did. My body wasn't budging. I was eating clean. I wasn't seeing no change. And I was like, you know what, buddy? I don't care. So I'm going to eat whatever I want. And I made my famous banana pudding. I made greens. I made chitlins. I made, oh yeah, and when I had the family over, I made yams and all that stuff and all that good stuff. Now, I cook like that every year. Once a year, I cook all for the holidays. And if you guys want me to, I will share with you guys these upcoming holidays later on. But yeah, saw that on the scale, and that was an 11-pound increase. Do you know, look, y'all know me. When I buckle down, I buckle down. So needless to say, once the holidays are over, I buckle down and go right back down, lost 11 pounds in a week like it was nothing. You know, did all my SHD. And I've had other slip-ups where I got up there because I started eating more carbs and stuff and got right back on board. But the difference is now that God has freed me from the stress that held me, I'm able to move again. My body's able to move again weight-wise because, like I said, it wasn't that I was eating bad every day or I wasn't exercising. I've always gone. Y'all know that. Y'all should know about me. And those of you guys really know me, you know Miss T out here fighting. So with that said, I went and got my blood work done to make sure everything was okay too, to make sure it wasn't just nothing else, just the stress. And come to find out, I'm in need of more vitamin D because the way that I work out, I need more vitamins. So, and I will be sharing some things with you guys in the upcoming videos. So I needed more vitamin D and I needed more vitamin B. So I invested in both of those. I'm getting a little bit of brain fart here. Come on, help me, God. So I got both of those to aid me. Also, too, somebody recently asked, was I diabetic or something like that? Or was I almost gonna have diabetes or something? I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. Yes, before at my highest weight, I didn't know it. Thank God I went just in time because I was pre-diabetic. I was on my way. I was about a few points away. I am happy to now report that I am healthy as a horse, as they say. I am not at risk for diabetes or any other thing. I am good. My doctor just told me, and he said, I never thought I would imagine myself saying this to somebody. He said, work out less and eat more. He said, because the way that you eat, you're not, yes, you eat clean, but you're not supporting your body for the type of workout that you do. You're talking about somebody who works out 2 hours a day, 2 and 3 hours a day. Now, look, don't be saying that to me, y'all, because my husband works out for 5 hours. You understand me? And speaking of my husband, I'm about to insert. No, I'll say that for later because I don't want y'all. Because it seems like when I include my husband and stuff, you know, that boy get all their attention. Yeah, I said it. This about me right now. So, but I'll be including that in some of the other videos. So that's what's been going on with my weight. I'm going to see more loss. I do have a challenge going on right now. And like I said, I just want to get this video out to you guys because I feel like you guys deserve it. And that's why I've been away, you know. And I apologize to those of you who have left me inboxes and I didn't get back to you. But now you know why. I mean, I couldn't come on here and talk to y'all with with a wire in my mouth. You know, I was too much like Kanye's little sister for a while, walking around like that. So I just had to get my body right, you know what I mean, and come back and continue to do what I've done, and for y'all to see me all the way to the end. And two, it was a nice little break for me to be able to get back to self and break out of the need to feel like I had to be close to perfect, because I am not. You know what I mean? I have flaws and I hurt too, and the thing that you guys have always loved about me is my candidness, and I don't want to get away from that. Now, I will have videos coming up in the future for you guys, a lot of different videos. My channel is not going to be the same anymore, so get ready for that. It's not just going to be about weight loss. I'm going to be sharing some things with you. If God should put something on my heart, basically it's going to be the way, it's going to be better than what it used to be, and I'm going to be bringing you guys things. Prayerfully, I'll be able to give you guys more things away and continue to aid you in your journeys while I walk mine, because we walking this together. This ain't no, like I said, this ain't no one-man show. This ain't no Miss T, you know what I mean, you lead, I follow. No, we walking it together. I am not better than the next. I am not greater. There is only one, and he's not here on earth. I hope that this has been informative to you, and if you get it, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Be loving, and I will continue to do the same for you. And if you have any more questions, if they're in love, do feel free to leave them below. I gotta go now because my hubby keep on messaging me. And speaking of that, for you guys who got not on Facebook, oh yeah, add me on Facebook, but only add me if you plan on getting to know me. If you just want to see my posts and my recipes, and I have a video coming up after this, not too long, probably a couple of days for you guys, of what I've been eating and things like that, to give you guys some more meal ideas and inspiration in regards to that. I will post it, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff to post for you guys. Stay tuned.
So with all of that said, I thank you for staying. If you have stayed the entire duration of the video, I thank you for watching. Like I said, I do have a lot of things coming up for you guys. Everything's a-changing. I will see you smaller. I will see you greater. And I will talk to you all later.